So you're currently tasked with planning a baby shower or similar event and don't know what to focus your budget on? Well, in this video, we are going to talk about what you should focus your budget on when you're event planning or planning a baby shower. So stay tuned. In establishing a budget, you really want to figure out what is your minimum amount you want to spend and what is your max. As a vendor and someone who has thrown lots of baby showers and lots of birthday parties, I can honestly say that at minimum, you're probably going to spend at least $500. Whether you go to Chuck E. Cheese, whether you have it at a friend's house, whether you have it in your own backyard, at minimum, most parties nowadays do cost $500. What your max is, on the other hand, it really is subjective and it's up to you. You can establish any kind of max that you want, but I would definitely put a max budget down on paper, so then that way when you are shopping for vendors or shopping for entertainment, food, catering, anything like that, you do have a max budget established so you know how much money to allocate for each element of your party. Once you have established a budget, you want to think about the timeline it's going to take you to execute your event. So if it is a milestone birthday, obviously you would want the event to happen as close to that person's birthday as possible. And you may or may not have 3 months, 6 months, 9 months to plan. Maybe you're planning a year ahead. For vendors, the sooner you plan, the better. The more time you have, the better, because on the vendor side, it helps us put you in our calendar early, and it makes sure that any materials or anything that we need to help execute what you're hiring us for will actually be available that day. Now, part of your timeline will also be how much you're saving. So if you do have 3 months, then you know, okay, if my budget is $600 and I have 3 months till my date, then I am going to need to save $200 for this event starting now. Or also you think about what you're going to, when you're going to purchase things. If you're making all the food yourself, then obviously you could wait a little bit closer to the event date to save the money for the food. But things like balloons, an actual venue, or any kind of entertainment, those things you want to put a deposit down and purchase those things ahead of time. And the last thing you want to think about is what is important to you. So a lot of people care about different things. This is another subjective element to any party, is what's important to you. Do you want your guests to walk away thinking, wow, she had great desserts, or wow, she had great favors, or wow, the food was so awesome? You want to think about your top thing that's important to you, whether it be photos, whether it be food, anything like that. And then you want to think about, who are you focusing on to make happy? Are you trying to make your guests happy at the end of the day? If it's a child's milestone birthday, are you trying to make your child have the best birthday party they can? Or is it selfish, which everybody can have their own, or is it purely selfish where you want to just brag on Instagram or TikTok about your party? Whatever it may be, whatever the most important thing is to you, you really want to think about, have that in the back of your mind as kind of like your why of why you're doing the party in the first place. Because you may find out as you're planning or as you're booking things that if something is out of your budget, or if something is like a little too expensive than you want it to be, then those are the least important things are the things that you can kind of do without, or maybe wait later on or closer to the event date to order. So then, you're not really worried about it if the vendor falls through or if something's not executed properly because it wasn't the top thing on your list. So, and also keep in mind that food, even if the food is not the most important thing, it is one of the major things that you're going to spend your budget on. So I would allocate maybe 30 to 50% of whatever your established budget is for food. So whether it be finger foods, whether it be just, snacks, whether it be an actual 3-course meal, whatever it is, you want to keep that in mind as well. So if you guys liked this video, let me know, and let me know what is important to you when you are event planning in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.